Somebody said if you don't like playing with LeBron, you wouldn't like playing with Kobe. Bro, you guys gotta stop these narratives, man. It's not that I didn't like playing with Bron, you guys, and you know I don't want to go into detail about it. Some of y'all comments just be so asinine. Bro, you know, like when I was in Cleveland and I was a young player, I had no idea Bron was gonna come back.
Kyrie Irving just broke the silence, and the entire basketball world is melting down. When he said, "When I'm done playing, you'll hear the real story," he wasn't throwing shade, he was promising a revelation that could flip the entire LeBron narrative on its head. This is the same man who hit the shot that saved LeBron's legacy, and now he's hinting that the truth behind that moment might be very different from what fans believe. And make no mistake, this wasn't some casual slip. Kyrie said it live on stream, staring straight into the camera like he was ready to shake the NBA timeline. He basically told the world that everything people think they know about playing with LeBron is polished, filtered, and carefully controlled, and that the real story is buried behind private conversations and off-camera politics. The reaction was instant chaos. LeBron loyalists flooded his comments, attacking him, dismissing him, doing everything they could to smother the spark before it turned into a fire. Fans scrambled to protect their superstar's image like it was their personal duty. But Kyrie didn't back down. This time, he looks ready to unload years of silence. And the deeper you go into Kyrie's side of the story, the more cracks appear in that partnership. Let's talk about the part no one wants to revisit. Kyrie admitting he wanted to choose his franchise on draft night. That's wild, because it means the #1 pick in 2011 never wanted Cleveland in the first place. He wanted to grow next to players he respected, build chemistry with hoopers he connected with, not get dropped onto a rebuilding team still recovering from LeBron's first departure.
The reason why I say I would have loved to play with Kobe, because I would have loved to have started my career with, I love Cleveland, don't get me wrong, I'm appreciative of all the things that they've done for me, but at the same time, I would have loved to choose the franchise I wanted to go to. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to develop next to some of my favorite players and some of my favorite people.
Here's where the real twist lands. Kyrie admitted that those early losing years in Cleveland forced him into bad habits he never wanted. He played hero ball just to keep the team competitive, scoring out of necessity because the roster couldn't win. He said he was finally starting to break those habits, learning how to run a team the right way, ready to evolve into a true floor general. And then LeBron came back. Boom, everything shifted. The storyline flipped, Kyrie's growth stalled, and his entire trajectory changed in an instant. Think about the timing. LeBron returned in 2014, right as Kyrie was entering year 4, the exact stage when a young guard usually makes that leap into superstardom. But instead of becoming the franchise cornerstone, Kyrie was suddenly pushed into a supporting role on a team that immediately turned into LeBron's show. That hits differently when you're finally finding your rhythm. Kyrie even dropped a line most people ignored. When you're playing with somebody like LeBron, it's a different animal. It's a different journey. That wasn't praise, it was a warning. Because being on LeBron's team doesn't just raise expectations, it distorts them. You're expected to be elite, not because you grew into it, but because you're standing next to the league's biggest spotlight. And that's where the mess begins. LeBron didn't come back to Cleveland just for a hometown fairy tale, he needed Kyrie's skill set to rebuild his legacy after Miami. But in the process, Kyrie's development became collateral damage, and no one understood how deep the complications ran. From here, the story gets darker. Let's talk about the Pat Riley factor, the detail that flips this entire narrative. Kyrie mentioned the bad habits from early Cleveland, but then he hinted at something even bigger, the difference between Miami LeBron and Cleveland LeBron. And that comparison? It's not flattering. Think back to LeBron's first run in Cleveland. Dancing on the sidelines, emotional swings, inconsistent composure. He was undeniably great, but he didn't yet have the polished, disciplined presence of a true leader.
When you guys make it about one player, it is kind of just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just one player that you have to promote. Like, we had like solid players on our team. When you're playing with somebody like Bron or somebody that you guys like to compare him to, it's a different animal. It's a different journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're automatically expected to be at the top of the charts, the top of the league. You know, every time you play with Bron, it's going to be a lot of media attention. It's going to be a lot of back and forth of narratives. It's going to be about a lot of spun narratives. It's going to be a lot of politics. It's going to be a lot of shit that a lot of people don't see in front of the camera. And for me, I was just a young person trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's not that I dislike playing with Bron at any.
When LeBron got to Miami, everything changed. Pat Riley's structure reshaped him completely. Discipline, accountability, composure, all of it. LeBron learned how to prepare, how to lock in, how to handle pressure without losing control. That Miami version was the most polished, most focused version of his career, built inside a system that demanded professionalism every single night. No chaos, no outbursts, just execution. But Kyrie just pulled back the curtain on something people never expected. When LeBron returned to Cleveland, he didn't just bring the discipline Riley taught him, he brought the politics that came with it. The quiet influence, the behind-the-scenes steering, the narrative control fans never notice. Kyrie flat out said that playing with LeBron means dealing with stories getting twisted and moments happening off camera that the public will never see. And that's a heavy admission because it suggests LeBron didn't just learn leadership in Miami, he learned how to manage his entire myth. And when he returned to Cleveland, he applied that same playbook not just to the media but to his teammates. Pat Riley rebuilt LeBron's professionalism, but Kyrie is implying that LeBron turned those lessons into a weapon. He didn't just become a great player, he became a brand. And he protected that brand from every angle. And the next moment in the story shows exactly how cold that system could be. Go back to June 19, 2016, Game 7 of the Finals. Kyrie, just 24, steps back with 53 seconds left and buries one of the biggest shots in NBA history. In that single moment, he snaps the Cleveland curse and delivers a legendary clutch shot that changed basketball forever.
We wanted to see him be an MVP of our league. I only cared about his success. And it just didn't align. Yeah. It just didn't align, and we was able to win a championship. Yeah. That's the craziest thing. We were still able to win a championship,
But here's the part Kyrie revealed that had fans furious. He hits the defining shot of his career, the shot that saved the season and shifted the entire legacy conversation, and when he turns on the TV, all he hears is blocked by James. Over and over. No Irving for three. No love for the dagger. Just the block on a loop, like Kyrie's moment was some forgettable background detail. That kind of erasure sticks with a player. And then came the moment that stunned Kyrie even more, LeBron going on national TV saying, "That one right there made me the greatest player of all time." Think about that. Your teammate knocks down the championship-winning shot, and instead of celebrating the squad or giving credit to the guy who sealed the deal, the conversation becomes your personal claim to GOAT status. Wild. Kyrie averaged 27 a night in that series. He was the second best player on the court the entire finals and delivered the moment Cleveland had been waiting on for decades. Yet somehow, the whole narrative morphed into LeBron's redemption arc, LeBron's homecoming, LeBron's destiny. Kyrie practically disappeared from the story he helped write. And this is where you finally understand what Kyrie meant about fake narratives and hidden politics. This didn't feel like simple media bias, it felt engineered. A machine doing exactly what it was built to do. The spotlight swung back to LeBron, and Kyrie became a background character in his own masterpiece. But the coldest part? After Kyrie saved LeBron's legacy, things behind the scenes got even more cutthroat. Fast forward to the 2017 finals. Kyrie is dropping 29 a game while Durant dominates every matchup. And the rumor mill around the league? People said KD was handling LeBron so easily it looked like he was treating him like a good boy. Not my phrase, that's how the streets framed it. KD controlled the entire series. Kyrie was the only Cavalier matching him shot for shot. Yet somehow, even with LeBron getting outplayed, all the blame for losing landed everywhere except on him. Kyrie took heat he didn't deserve, while the narrative machine wrapped LeBron in armor. And less than a month after the finals, the wildest twist dropped. Kyrie Irving, the guy who hit the shot that kept LeBron's legacy alive, suddenly found himself in trade rumors. This is exactly where Kyrie's talk about behind-the-scenes politics starts sounding way too real. LeBron's circle was already whispering about moving on from him like he was the problem. Like the championship they won didn't have his fingerprints all over it.
I'm playing like so fucking happy and so proud and to watch him and continue his growth or whatever the case may be. And at the same time, I'm so fucking mad at the same time that I am not his running mate anymore.
Fans started acting like GMs, throwing out fake trades for Kyrie as if he wasn't the all-star guard who helped deliver Cleveland's first championship. It was disrespect from every angle. Eventually, Kyrie reached his limit and demanded a trade, and that's when the smear campaign began. Suddenly he was jealous of LeBron, not a leader, not smart, and unable to win without LeBron guiding him. But here's the truth people avoid. Kyrie was the only star who ever took control of his own destiny while playing next to LeBron. Everyone else either joined LeBron on his terms or quietly moved on when their usefulness ran out. Love, Bosh, late career Wade, none of them left by choice. Kyrie was the first to walk away willingly, and LeBron's fanbase never forgave him because it exposed the reality of the LeBron system. Everyone else is replaceable as long as the king stays protected. Once Kyrie left, the character attacks went nuclear. His leadership in Boston, his injuries, his personality, everything was twisted into proof he couldn't thrive without LeBron. And during the pandemic, the backlash became extreme. His personal decision about the vaccine turned into a nationwide outrage campaign. People weren't mad about the situation itself. They acted like Kyrie's choices were some kind of threat to LeBron's legacy. As time passed and the league's policies shifted, that anger aged poorly. Even his comments about the bubble being forgettable proved true. But when the criticism reached its peak, where was LeBron? Nowhere. No support, no public defense. Just silence while his fanbase handled the dirty work. And now look at Kyrie. He's a champion in Dallas, a respected veteran, and playing efficient basketball next to Luka. The irony? Luka was traded before Kyrie, the same Kyrie people once claimed no franchise could depend on. Then Kyrie said the line that shook the internet, "When I'm done playing, you guys will hear the real story." That wasn't a warning shot, it was a promise. Kyrie has lived through the politics, the pressure, the narratives, and the behind-the-scenes conversations the public never sees. When he finally speaks freely, LeBron's legacy might face questions it's never had to answer. The system around LeBron has shaped stories for years, but Kyrie's truth could break through all of it. The countdown has officially started.